Welcome to the Fit Dad Method and the Men's Shed. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick overview on how to win with the Fit Dad Method and dominate dad life. If you're here watching this video, there's a high likelihood that you've tried to fix something within your body and you haven't been able to fix it. You've done the remarkable thing and reached out for help, so congratulations for being here. I know how frustrating it can be to not be able to fix things, and as dads we're kind of expected to be able to fix everything, right? So let's put the ego aside and get down to business. We're going to work on you and build you up so that you can thrive now, not thrive later when you retire, but thrive now and get out of that mindset of work, grind and missing out on life, right? If there was something external to your body, there's a high likelihood that you'd be researching the shit out of it. You'd be finding all the tools and strategies known to man to try and fix it. If it was a pump on the farm, if it was something in your car, you would seek out help to fix it, to get the day moving again. So I want you to have that kind of mindset when it comes to your body, which is it's hard, but it's worth it, because when you have the body, man, you can do a lot more things and you feel just much better overall, and you're not that cranky old dad, right? So let's get into it. Me and you are much the same. Not that you've probably ever slathered oil and tan on yourself and stood up on stage, but I too have struggled with my body shape, struggled with food, binge eating. In the photo there on the left, the photo looks great, great physique and everything, but I was probably eating about 800 calories 5 days a week and then binging on the weekends, right? And that carried through over a 3-year period where I lost and gained 20 kilos time and time again. I shifted about 120 kilos of weight within that 3-year period. That's 20 on, 20 off, 20 on, 20 off, 20 on, 20 off, which just completely screwed my metabolism through my 20s. That's me there in the middle, and you can see that massive pimple on my chest. My metabolism, my hormones, they're all pretty much stuffed. And then I have the bright idea, or I didn't have a bright idea, but I had this thought in my head that I wasn't going to be a fat dad, so I did everything I possibly could to not be that guy. That comes from my childhood. That comes from the image I have of my father on the couch eating a bucket of ice cream. I didn't want to be like him, so I did everything possible to not be like him. But again, I did it in an unsustainable way. I didn't realise, and I look back at some of the posts I used to write about, being in shape, being a dad, getting it done, not fully understanding what fatherhood was until I had my experience through the newborn phase, through being the only other person other than mum that this little baby depended on. And I subsequently burnt out, but I found a really great coach who had a really good process, could see my life from above, which is what I'm going to do for you, and helped me improve my metabolism, increase my metabolic rate so that I could eat more food and get in the shape of my life there on the right. That's on about 5,000 calories a day. So if you've ever calorie counted, you'd know that's a lot of food. Right, so if we flick through here, I have had a lot of experience. And when it comes to what qualifies me, I could talk about the certifications that I've done. I've done my metabolic nutritionist cert. I've done my body transformation certificate. This is all post-grad learning. I've done my cert 4 and cert 3 in fitness. I've done a certification in biochemistry. I've done a lot of things. I've done a sports nutritionist certification as well. I've competed. I've spoken in front of rooms full of PTs. I've worked with mums for the last 5 years and worked with their family habits. I've achieved a lot in my career. I've got a lot of social proof and a lot of good words said about me, my process. Me and my wife, I shouldn't skip over her. She's been an integral part of the journey. You can see that's her right in the middle. She looks in fitness model shape. There's all that qualifies me, but probably what qualifies me the most is I'm a dad, and I want to improve the lives of 1 million children because I know that when mum and dad are sitting on the nest straight, when their head's in the game, when they can function at their best every single day, then their childhood's just become this amazing experience rather than the instability, the lack of structure that I had when I was growing up. So that's something that really motivates me. Cool, so you're probably wondering, how do I win? Well, the first and most important thing is, if you do nothing more than just this one thing, you'll make progress, and that is the weekly check-in. So every week you will be sent a text message with a form to complete. Now that form involves recording your body weight for the day. We record early in the morning, before breakfast, after going to the toilet, and we keep that as a rhythm each week. And what we don't expect, or what I don't expect from you, is a loss every single week, but I want you to get used to the weekly fluctuations, and I want you to also get that feedback of when you go off track, what happens, and when you are on track, what happens, right? So we track weight every week, and that's kind of like the signpost that you see on the way to a destination. It's not the exact location, it's not the exact measure that a GPS can give you, but it is a signpost to just tell you that you're heading in the right direction. And inside that form, you're going to have other things to record, like sleep quality, energy levels, hunger levels. And we're going to look at what your routines are and what's working, what's not working, so that each week I can focus on one thing to improve for the week. And if you can do that, if you can have the mindset of changing the least amount of things to get the best possible result, or getting the best possible result with the least amount of effort, then you're going to have a sustainable result, because it's not going to impede other areas of your life. It's not going to get in the way of work. It's not going to get in the way of family time, and so forth. Okay, so weekly check-in, super important. The next thing is, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. If you think about it like this, the 5 people you hang around are the people who have created you and who you are today. So it's not a insult to them, but they aren't actually moving you in the direction that you need to go. So if we can look at it from a 1 and 0 or a black and white perspective, all you need to do is you need to put some more people in your corner, or surround yourself with some more people who have the same goals, who have the same struggles, and who want to head in the same direction as you. And that's what being social inside this group is all about. Posting your food prep photos, posting you and your kids in the kitchen, you and your wife in the kitchen, or you and whoever else is in your family in the kitchen. Your training videos, post them for critique, so I can see how you're squatting, how you're lunging, how you're bench pressing, and ask tons of questions. Cheer each other on. The more of that engagement there is, the more likely you are to be propelled towards your goals quicker and faster. And as you can see on the right, I've been coaching mums for a very long time, got heaps of interaction from them, and I hope one day that I'll be able to put your piece of interaction into this slideshow, that other dads coming into this program can be inspired to do the same thing. The third thing we need to do is set clear goals. So within the first 7 days of this program, you want to jump on a call with me and utilize that call. After completing your onboarding form, your metabolic classification questionnaire, your motivation and mindset form, what we can do is we can get really clear on what is a realistic goal for you over the next 12 weeks. And every quarter, we go through a goal setting questionnaire, right? And in that goal setting questionnaire, you'll revise your goals, we'll look at the progress that you've made, and we'll get on another call and we'll just make sure you're heading in the right direction, and make sure the goals that we're setting aren't getting too far away, and if they are, we'll revise the realisticness of those goals. Okay, so this is what's going to keep you consistent. And as you can see there on the right, the progress that you can see on the right isn't like a linear piece of progress from A to B. It's up and down, a bit like the stock market, a bit like crypto, a bit like any other market. Any other thing in life that progresses, it goes ups and there's ups and downs, and you want to ride those downs to higher lows, and you want to ride those highs to higher highs. Now you might be wondering, when do I get a workout? When do I get a program? When do I get an app to track things? You get all this after the one-on-one call. Now we're not going to be going too hard and too fast into exercise. If you are exercising already, then keep up with what you're doing, because we're going to change other things first, right? And then we'll start to introduce some very focused and intense resistance exercise that's actually designed to build muscle mass effectively and time efficiently. There's a lot of workouts out there, but this is scientifically validated actually here in Australia, down at Melbourne University, by a former mentor of mine. The programs that I use are the biggest bang for your buck. If you've got 20 minutes, 30 minutes in the gym, you will build muscle, or you will move your body composition for your healthy energy levels using these programs. So you'll get that after the one-on-one call. And we're going to finish now on what to expect over the next period of time, depending on how long you spend with me. Over the next 7 days, you can expect to just be settled in to the men's shed and know your way around. After that, then the next major milestone is that 28-day mark. And in your first 28 days, I want you to feel like you're pumped, you're ready to go. You're starting to see some results in your energy levels, in the way you feel. One major habit's been broken, and it's also been replaced. Okay, and that'll typically be that nighttime eating habit, that nighttime screen time habit, that kind of period of the day, so that when you wake up, you're motivated, you're energized, you're ready to attack the day. Usually it takes around 3 months to really get three of your core routines in place, and each of those routines will affect one of those pieces of feedback that I talked about earlier in the weekly check-in. So your sleep quality will improve if you're eating, you're doing the right things before you go to bed. Your energy levels will improve if you're consuming enough fast, delicious, nutritious food throughout the day, and your hunger levels will also stabilize alongside that. I'd like you to be around that 80-20 by the 3 month mark. So 80% compliant, doing the right thing, heading in the right direction, and then 20% of leeway. Okay. By the 6 month mark, your physical results will start to really become noticeable, because every single cell in the body turns over in a 6 month period. So that means you basically have a brand new body every 6 months. Only that brand new body also means that whatever you're doing 6 months ago is the result of where you are right now in your body. So that's where a lot of people come unstuck too. They don't give themselves enough time to really see those physical results, to really start to see the benefit of what they've been doing. By the 12 month mark, your Fit Dad habits are a way of life. Now they're actions with no thinking, and you should be able to cruise from here if you're happy. If you want to step it up a notch, then that's when we start to go into that life-changing transformation stage, right? So that's where we get you into like a fitness kind of model shape, that bodybuilder shape, that level of leanness. So if you're wanting a six pack, if you want to be able to swing from monkey bars and do cool shit, well, that's where we start to get that really awesome life-changing transformation. So I hope this clears a lot up for you. If there are any questions, comment below, and I'm more than happy to answer them, and I'm really looking forward to taking you through this program and this transformation. All right, bye for now.